A very good evening and welcome to the national broadcast. I'm Mausha Dhammawadana.
A very good evening indeed. I'm Charita Minapurarachi, and now let's move on to the headlines for tonight's news.
It has been revealed that the suspected officers of the Police Narcotics Bureau have obtained illegal narcotics from international drug smugglers since 2017. President ensures a secured future for farmer communities. Prime Minister reveals a similarity between the policies of Samaki Janabalavega and Tamil National Alliance. An appeal filed by former MP Ranjit Madumabandara over the decision to suspend the UNP membership was rejected under a 25,000 rupee legal cost. Notices issued in former MP Richard Paduddin to appear before the CID. The Sri Lanka Navy cluster concludes.
On to those and other stories in detail now, and starting off with local stories. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa says that a new mechanism to extend an appropriate price rate for the harvest will be prepared to ensure a secured future for vegetable farmers. The island-wide distribution of vegetables, fruits and other crops should be carried out while safeguarding both farmers and consumers. The President made these remarks during his visit to Nuwara earlier today. The President engaged in a tour in Nuwara district today to secure the victory of the candidates of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna contesting for the general election. A public rally was held at Weekly Fairgrounds in Walapane today, and it was organised by former Ministers C.B. Ratnayaka and Nimal Piyathissa. The farmer communities informed the President that the state bank loan arrangements have not been facilitated to them in a concessionary manner. The President was also informed that many state institutions in Nuwara district have vacancies, which has become a great hindrance to the public to fulfill their requirements.
ගොවියන්ට කිසිම සැලකිල්ලක් දක්වන්නේ නැහැ. බැංකු ශාඛා තියෙනවද මෙහි? මෙහි තියෙනවා ජනාධිපතිතුමනි. මහත් සමාජයක් ඇතුළේ ගොවියෝ වැඩි හරියක් ණය තියෙනවා ජනාධිපතිතුමනි. ඉතින් බැංකුවේ එහෙම ක්‍රමවේදයක් නැහැ. එහෙම බෑ කියලා ඉතින් ගොවියෝ ගොඩක් අමාරු වෙట్లా ඉන්නවා.
The public rally held at public fairgrounds in Kandapala was organised by parliamentary candidate Sathashivam Subbaiah. The public gathering for the rally cordially welcomed the President. The President also took part in a public rally organised near the Kandapala Pirivena.
Something that changes your life story. Litro Gas.
The story Now let us look into a story of an expectation of several children which was not fulfilled for many years became a reality before their eyes within less than 12 hours following a request made by the President. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa took part in a public rally of Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna organised at the Sri Saman National School ground in Daraniyagala on July 18. This was the request made by the students of the school and residents of the area during the meeting with the President. When President inquired the residents and students on their issue, they requested him to renovate the school ground. The President then informed them that the school ground will be renovated and Sri Lanka Army will be notified in this regard. President reached out to them with a positive response to the request made by them. Within a period of 12 hours, a group of Sri Lanka Army personnel arrived to carry out the renovation of the national school ground. It has been estimated that a sum of 15 million rupees will be spent for the respective renovation. The President has instructed to expedite the completion of the construction of the ground with the new facilities.
And meanwhile, the State Solicitor General Dilip Peri says that ongoing investigations have revealed that the police officers attached to the Police Narcotics Bureau, who are currently at custody, have purchased bulks of drugs from traffickers from the international waters and smuggled them inside Sri Lanka since 2017. He made these remarks submission before the Colombo Magistrate Courts today. Meanwhile, Chief Magistrate Lanka Jayaratne ordered to carry out an investigation on the incident related to the discovery of fake currency from the Police Narcotics Bureau premises. The order was issued by the magistrate when the case pertaining to the 13 officers of the Police Narcotics Bureau currently arrested and remanded for the alleged racketeering of bulks of drugs. Chief Magistrate further said that the verification of fake currency can only be decided by the Central Bank of Sri Lanka. Accordingly, an order was issued to obtain a report from the Central Bank on the relevant fake currency. Reporting on the progress of investigations of the relevant incident, State Assistant Solicitor General Dilip Peri says that a part of the 279 kilograms of heroin found in possession with Iran nationals who were arrested by Sri Lanka Navy recently has been racketed after mixing them with other substances. He further said that the generated income has been utilized to make the payments for the boat owners and people who assisted in the operations. It has been further revealed that the drugs which had been taken into custody by the Police Narcotics Bureau has been intermittently racketed since 2013. He has further stated that senior officers of the Police Narcotics Bureau should be held accountable for not giving proper supervision on the incident. He has taken the request to the court issue an order to obtain a report from the State Valuation Department in order to uncover the value of the zest of the suspect is taken into custody. Accepting the request, the Chief Magistrate ordered the Chief Valuation Officer to submit the relevant report in this regard. Lawyers of the defendant stated that no legal provision prevails under the Presence, Opium and Dangerous Drugs Ordinance in connections to the alleged racketeering of heroin against the defendants. Later, the 13 officials who were further remanded until the August 4th by Colombo Chief Magistrate Lanka Jayaratne. Chief Magistrate further ordered the prison superintendent to produce them to the next call-up by the court. The Criminal Investigation Department has taken steps to interrogate several organized criminals inside the Busa prison and several officers who were suspected to have threatened several senior officers of the prisons department. Organized criminals and drug racketeering named Koskoda Tharuka and Podilasi have been alleged to have threatened the officers recently. The CID has recorded statement from the officers yesterday. Koskoda Tharuka and several criminals have conducted a hunger strike at Busa prison, requesting the extended time for staying outside the prison cell. Commissioner of Prisons Chandana Kanayaka and another 3 chief officers have visited the prison to discuss the issue. At the time the officials met and discussed the issue, Koskoda Tharuka had threatened the officers, claiming that he had stationed armed individuals outside the prison and they will execute all people from top to bottom brass of the department. And meanwhile, Prime Minister Mahindra Rajapaksa says that a similarity exists between the policies of Samagu Jana Balawege and Tamil National Alliance. The Prime Minister made these remarks while addressing a public rally held in Teldeniya area, Kandy today. Several public rallies to secure the victory of the Kandy district candidate of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna contesting for the general election were held under the patronage of Prime Minister today. Former parliamentarians Kehali Rambukwella, Dilum Amunugama and Lohan Ratwatta were also present at these rallies. Addressing the gathering, Prime Minister Mahindra Rajaka emphasized on the similarities exist between the policies of Samagi Jana Balawegaya and Tamil National Alliance. The Prime Minister said that former parliamentarian Sajith Premadasa led the faction to divide the country's oldest political party, United National Party. Accordingly, he would not hesitate to divide the nation in a similar manner. Pointing out the former parliamentarian Sajith Premadasa has always appeared the nation for the public mandate to carry forward the measures undertook during the tenure of his father. The Prime Minister said that he can remember the 88 and 89 era, which terrorized the entire nation when recalling the tenure of late former President R. Premadasa.
ඇතුළට ගෙන්න ඉඩ දුන්නයි කියලා පරීක්ෂණයක් මිසක් ඒක මැරුවේ කවුද කියලා පරීක්ෂණය කරේ නෑ ගියාණ්ඩුව. අපිට ප්‍රේමදාසගේ පුතා කියලා කිව්වම ප්‍රේමදාස මතක් වෙනකොට මතක් වෙන්නේ මේ ඝාතන. ප්‍රේමදාසගේ පුතා කියලා ආඩම්බරයෙන් තට්ටු කරගන්නකොට අපිට මතක් වෙන්නේ තාත්තා කරපු වැඩේ පුතාත් කරයිද කියලා. එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂය අද කැඩිලා තියෙන්නේ. ප්‍රේමදාස මහත්තයා කැඩුවේ ආයිත් රිපෙයාර් කරන්න ඉඩක්ම තියලා නෙවෙයි නේද ගාමු. මේ පැරණි දේශපාලන පක්ෂය කෑලි වලට කඩලා දාන්න සමත් වෙච්ච මිනිස්සයා මේ රට දෙකට කඩන එක විතරක්ම පුදුම වෙන්න ඕන නෑ. ඔහුගේ ප්‍රතිපත්ති මාලාවක් තියෙන්නේ ප්‍රතිපත්ති මාලාවත් අතර සමානතාවයක් තියෙනවා. ඒ නිසා මේවා පිළිබඳව අවබෝධයකින් යුක්තව අපි කටයුතු කරන්න ඕනේ කියන එක අපි මතක් කරන්න ඕනේ.
Another public rally was held in Balagola area in Kundasale under the patronage of the Prime Minister. Another public rally of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna was held in Ududumbara Kandy. Kandy district parliamentary candidates including Anand Aludgamage were present at this rally.
An appeal filed by former MP Ranjit Madumabandara requesting to issue an injunction order to prevent implementation of the decision taken by Working Committee of the United National Party to suspend the party membership of a group of party members was rejected today under a legal cost of 25,000 rupees. This order was issued when the petition filed with the Western Provincial Civil Appellate High Court challenging the decision made by the Colombo District Court. The decision was declared by Justices Sampath Abekon and Muhammad Lafa of the Civil Appellate High Court. The petition filed by former MP Ranjit Madumabandara was cited that the Samagi Jana Balawegaya party has established in accordance to a decision reached by the Working Committee of the United National Party in last January. Therefore, he had cited that the UNP party members, including him, have not violated the United National Party constitution. Former MP Ranjit Madumabandara informed the Civil Appellate High Court that the Colombo District Court rejected to issue the injunction order preventing the decision taken by the Working Committee of the United National Party to suspend the party membership of a group of party members, and further stated that the decision arrived by the court to reject the appeal was illegal. The attorneys representing the leader of the United National Party, Ranil Wickremesinghe, informed that the claims made by the appellant to indicate the Working Committee of United National Party has granted approval to establish a party name, Samagi Jana Balawegaya, are completely baseless. They further pointed out that the group of the appellant have taken measures to contest for the upcoming general election through the newly created party at present. Therefore, they further said that the members of this group have no legal right to hold the membership of United National Party. After considering the submissions, Western Provincial Civil Appellate High Court declared its decision and charged a sum of 25,000 rupees from appellate Ranjit Madumabandara as legal cost.
And the United National Party leader Ranil Wickremesinghe says that he continues to act in accordance to the ideologies of the past leaders of the party. He made these remarks while taking part in a public rally held in Maligawathe area yesterday. The rally was organised by UNP parliamentary candidate Fairuz Hajiar. United National Party leader Ranil Wickremesinghe said that he has allowed and facilitated the MPs of the party in a similar manner to the framework introduced in the past. He said that the past leaders of the party provided allowances to the MPs of the party to carry out their necessary activities. He then said employments for the public were provided through the party ministers. He said that the party still continues these traditions. He said that he closely associated with former presidents late R. Premadasa and G. R. Jayawardena and continued to work towards the party in the past. He said that if any failure to carry out necessary development activities in an area, then the responsibility for the failure will be upon the UNP representatives and organisers from that area.
රැකියා තියෙනකොට ඒ තැන් වලින් අරගෙන දෙන්න. අපි ඇමතිවරුන්ට කිව්වා මැද කොළඹට මම කරන්න පුළුවන් හැම එකක්ම කරා. ආධාරයක් දුන්නා. මම මේ හැම සංවිධායකවරුන්ට മന്ത്രിවරුන්ට ආධාර කරා. ඊට අමතරව මම දන්නවා මේ රවි කරුණායක මන්ත්‍රීතුමත් වෙනවා මුදල් දුන්නා කියලා හොරෙන් මම අහන්න යන්නෙත් නෑ. රැකියාවක් දුන්නා. වැඩේ කරන්නේ. දැන් වැඩේ වුණාන් පස්සේ වැඩ කරන්න ඕනේ. ඒක කරන්න බැරි වුණා නම් ආණ්ඩුව නෙමෙයි. ආණ්ඩුව කොච්චර මුද අන්තිමට ගම්පෙරළියක් ගෙනාවා. රැකියාත ගන්න. ඒක කරන්න බැරි වුණා නම් ඒක ඒ ප්‍රදේශ
A special meeting of the United National Party Lakwanita Association was held at the Sirikota party headquarters today. The meeting was held under the patronage of party leader Ranil Wickremesinghe.
Leader of Samagi Jana Balawege, former MP Sajith Premadasa, says that he expects to implement the youth charter following the victory achieved at the general elections. He made these remarks while addressing a public rally in Ratmalana yesterday. Leader of Samagi Jana Balawege, former MP Sajith Premadasa, said that during presidential election they signed a youth charter. Accordingly, he said that they pledged to convert the youth charter into a state law after achieving the victory of the presidential election. He said that wide array of fields and sectors pertaining to the development of youth affairs in the country has been included in the proposed youth charter. He added that they pledged to transform the needs and rights of the younger generation of the country into state law. Accordingly, he said that they will take the responsibility of youth in Ratmalana area as they promise the public that they will be victorious at the upcoming general election.
And here the local update of the COVID-19 pandemic. All COVID-19 infected naval personnel based Valisara Naval Camp have recovered and discharged from hospitals at present. Last 3 COVID-19 infected naval officers were also discharged from the hospital upon their recovery from the disease last evening. Meanwhile, no COVID-19 infected patients was reported from the country today. The largest COVID-19 infected cluster in the country was identified as the Valisara Navy Camp cluster. The first infected Navy officer from the Valisara Navy Camp was identified on April 22nd this year. Patients were detected from the base until the 9th of this month, and total of 906 COVID-19 patients were detected from the camp. Subsequently, steps were taken to completely shut down the Valisara Navy Camp and called back the naval personnel on leave at the time. After mitigating the spread of the COVID-19 disease, steps were taken to initiate the Valisara base operation under several phases. At present, all COVID-19 infected naval personnel based on Valisara Navy Camp have recovered from the disease and discharged from hospitals. A driver of a staff member employed at the Kandakadu Rehabilitation Centre was reported to have contracted the disease recently. He has been identified as a resident of Gampaha district. Meanwhile, a close contact of the COVID-19 patient, who is a teacher by profession, has been confirmed to have infected with the disease. A total of 2,048 COVID-19 patients have fully recovered from the disease thus far, which is 75.01% of the total number of patients. A total of 671 COVID-19 patients are still receiving treatments in hospitals at present. Welcome back with more local stories. Prime Minister Mahindra has instructed the Department of Wildlife Conservation to conduct an immediate investigation into poaching in several parts of the country. The Prime Minister has informed Director General of Department of Wildlife Conservation NMGC Surya that it is the responsibility of any government to protect rare and endangered species, therefore to take immediate actions in this regard. A female leopard was killed recently after being trapped in a snare in Mapakandru area recently. The attention of the Prime Minister was directed on this incident, and accordingly the Prime Minister instructed the Director General of Department of Wildlife Conservation to take immediate measures to mitigate such situations. The Prime Minister also noted that similar incidents were reported in the recent past as a result of an extremely rare black leopard was also reported dead, which is lost of the nation. The Prime Minister has instructed the Director General of Wildlife to raise awareness among the field officers of the Wildlife Department to ensure such incidents would be averted in future and to make necessary measures for the protection of wildlife in the country. The Prime Minister has also emphasized to strictly enforce the law against the responsible for poaching.
Colombo Fort Magistrate issued notices today to former parliamentarian Rishad Baduddin to appear before the Criminal Investigation Department on July 27th. The order has been issued after the department has informed the courts that the former MP Rishad Baduddin had failed to appear before the CID on several occasions. The chairman of the Elections Commission have submitted a letter to the Inspector General of Police stating not to arrest former parliamentarian until the conclusion of the election. Accordingly, the Centre for Public Rights have submitted a letter to the Elections Commission requesting to cancel the letter directed to the IGP by the Commission. Minister Vimal Veeravansa, participating in a public rally yesterday, said that the police have the power to arrest any criminal. Minister Vimal Veeravansa said the former MP Rishad Baduddin's brother have been arrested with the probable fact. He said that the chairman of the Elections Commission have no requirement to instruct relevant authorities to carry out the respective duties and tasks. He also said that if anyone has committed a crime according to the criminal code, the police have the power to arrest those suspects without considering whether the person is a political candidate or not. The chairman of the Elections Commission, Mahindra, also expressed his views in this regard. Chairman of the Elections Commission, Mahindra, said the relevant decision was not made by the chairman of the Elections Commission. He also said that he has requested the police in previous election as well to carry out investigation of the case occurred before the election period without making disturbance to the election campaign. He further stated that the police have also agreed to request and have performed activities in that manner. He said that no favor has been given to the particular candidate or a party in this regard. He further said that they received a letter from the IGP and they discussed it at a meeting. He also said that after getting advice from their legal division, they will send a reply to the IGP stating the measures that they will take in this regard.
And the cup planting ceremony of the Kandy Asala Perahara was held this morning. Traditional cup planting ceremony of 4 Mahadevalaya undertakes prior to the festival procession. The auspicious time of the cup planting ceremony was scheduled at 2:26 am. The tradition is carried out centering the Vishnu Mahadevalaya. Devadani Nilame of the Sri Lanka Maligava Kandy Pradeep Nilangadala was also presented at the cup planting ceremony of the Vishnu Mahadevalaya. After the cup planting ceremony, internal processions of the 4 Mahadevalas were initiated from today. The processions will be concluded on the 24th and the procession of the Sri Dalada Maligava Kandy is set to be commenced from 25th. Meanwhile, the annual procession of the historic Ruhunu Katharakama Devalaya was commenced today. Final procession is set to be held on August 3rd. It is declared that due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the procession will not be open for devotees. And with that, we conclude tonight's news. Do it just tomorrow at the very same time. Stay safe. Good night.
Good night.